Can you get me home? Or will you lead me to another place before I overload into the mess of all our broken ways? Give me a signal.
And welcome straight back into it, everybody. For you that has just tuned in, my name is Bogdan Boogie Karp, and I am joined by Jakub Lothar HS Sigulski. There we go, got it in the end. And you guys are super welcome to come in here. We're opening the doors wide open for GLL first official season, and we've had some spicy matches for EU, and we're hoping to see the same for NA. How you doing, Jakub? Did you enjoy the first part of our broadcast?
It was awesome. I was actually looking forward to how Team Kinguin will perform, and they outperformed everyone. They won the entire lobby in EU that we just had in the previous 5 hours, something like that. We had 5 matches, 3 on Erangel, 2 on Miramar, and Team Kinguin just got to the top, basically.
Yeah, true. And they've made it there through what feels like a very, very smart decision making as well. Because you have to give it to Larson, the IGL of Team Kinguin, carrying them through very good positions, but at the same time, not only their smarts helped them out, they had the top amount of kills. What was it, 48?
48 kills.
48 kills in 5 matches. Let's see if anybody from NA can actually reproduce that or replay that kind of a sort of crazy kind of run. Insane, insane. Some beautiful moments as well, some nice highlight clips. And yeah, all in all, a really, really great game. We're going to show you guys, of course, the standings as it is for EU, so that you guys home can have something to munch on, some nice and spicy data. But until we get there, Lothar, are you expecting to see the same kind of tactical gameplay from NA, or do you?
That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm more closer to my heart when it comes to the EU section when it comes to the tactics. So I'm not that like associated with the NA scene. So I'm really interested to see how they will perform, especially to the new teams that I don't really know that much. Even when there's a new team from EU, I usually know how they play, right? But because we're so close to the EU scene. But when it comes to the NA scene, there's a lot of new names that I would really look forward to and how they will perform. But at the same time, we have the same ground for EU and NA. 18 teams in the lobby, right? And we do play 8 teams. We do play for advancement from the Bravo division to the Alpha division. And it works like this. The top 8 from Bravo are moving into the Alpha division for the next week, and bottom 8 from Alpha are moving into the Bravo for the next week. What is the difference between those two? Is that in Bravo, you actually learn less points, as little as half.
Yeah, exactly. So a chicken dinner in the first lobby will net you 200 points, whereas in the second lobby, you're just going to get 100. Same goes for kills, same goes for any kind of other placements. And as you can see here on the screen, this is what happens. This is rotation, right? The bottom 8 teams from Alpha are going to go to the top NA Bravo, and then the top NA Bravo are going to go to the bottom NA Alpha for the next week indeed. Now, all these teams are fighting for some points that have to accumulate they have to amount to something, right? What are they going to amount to? What's the whole point of this battle?
Well, the whole point is, of course, $50,000 that is going to be the prize pool of the LAN finals that will be happening in April in Bucharest.
Yes, indeed.
So that's going to be awesome. But to get there first, you need to play all these weeks. And if you're going to get to the top 8 during those weeks, you're going to get to the LAN finals.
Absolutely.
So if I would have to make a guess, I would say that if you're consistent top 8 in Alpha division in your region, you're going to get it to the LAN.
Yeah, you're going to be good. Yeah,
so,
exactly.
But at the same time, you have to be super consistent. But we see all those names in both regions. Like in NA, now we have few teams that will have to perform really well, like Team Tempo Storm, Envious, Ghost Gaming, and hopefully we'll see them being as consistent as FaZe, as Team Kinguin. But at the same time, we're going to have new teams that are going to come in and try to take by storm everyone else, right?
Absolutely.
So it's going to be a really interesting situation.
Yes, indeed. It will be quite a fun one to watch. Thank you guys again for tuning in here. It's the 14th of February, St. Valentine's Day indeed. But we've dubbed it here in GLL as the Admin Appreciation Day. So if you guys are pros or semi-pros or trying to get into the scene, or you want to show some love to the people who are behind, because people like us, we've said this before in EU, we get all the love. We're front facing, we're in front of the cameras, so we put a little bit of a we rip a smile from your faces, and then, you know, that's what makes us happy. But the guys from behind the scenes, they don't get a lot of love. So show them in the love. You see some people in the chat right now with swords, show them some love. You see some people in the GLL Discord that are in the admin role, show them some love as well, because they truly and fully deserve it. So Admin Appreciation Day from going forward for PUBG is going to be synchronized with St. Valentine's, just a bit of a token of gratitude for these people who don't get a lot of thanks. Not a lot of people know how to say thank you.
Well, you know, the, let's say, backline of every single tournament is filled with admins who are not that visible, but they work their asses off.
Yeah, man.
Right.
It's these little, you know, these little goblins in the back
Wow.
behind. I'm just saying, behind the scenes, who make it all happen, dude.
Yeah, that is true. Anyway, we're gonna be jumping into the lobby in any minute, but we're gonna be playing in Erangel first, right?
Yes, sir. 3 matches in Angel, and then we're going to be doing 3 matches in Miramar. So that's going to be how things go. We do have one team missing for the first match here. Not too sure why they haven't checked in time, but we're going to be going ahead with the matches as well. Doesn't necessarily.
Which one?
That's a good question.
I think that was FlyQuest because that was this. Sorry, Cloud9.
C9. Do you think C9 weren't?
That was 18th lobby missing, so we're gonna see if that's gonna happen actually.
Yeah.
But first map will be underway pretty soon, and we're gonna get back to the green Erangel or Erangel, as you can say.
Yeah. You see, people say, like in NA especially, people say Erangel, but it's because it's Aaron and Angel. And that's why Brendan named after his kid an angel, the word angel.
Oh really?
So it's Erangel.
I actually didn't know that. Oh, we just got confirmation Tempo Storm is not on the server, unfortunately.
Right, there you
for
go.
them.
That's unfortunate because Tempo Storm is one of the teams that were expected to perform out of their minds. So without them actually, let's just hope it's for the first match. Now the upside, see, this is the upside of playing in a tournament like GLL, because it's not going to be a LAN thing where you only have 1 weekend to perform. You have to be in your top shape. You know, you're allowed to have like things like these to happen. You know, if it occurs,
Still have a
then-
chance.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You still have a chance. If it occurs, then come in next week's and just perform out of your mind, and you kind of shaved off the shame of not doing a great job with the first week or
And
not
go
showing up.
back into Alpha Division, because that's what happens if you.
Because that's where you belong. As
Exactly.
an alpha.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
So who's your? No, we talked about the favorites in Europe. So who's your favorite in the NA?
No.
No, no.
I'm not doing this.
Okay.
Not even in Europe. I didn't mention any teams. Well, here's the thing: is casters were not allowed to have favorites. This is like here.
Come on.
The upside of us, wherever we go, we get treated nicely. There's, you know, people like, oh, you're Lothar, hey, what's up? You know, real nice people. Let's take a selfie, all that kind of stuff. The one thing that we can't have though is sides. We cannot pick any sides.
It's not about sides. I think you always have a
Oh,
team that you think is the best in current lobby, and you have to, you know, it's your subjective opinions, I guess. So
I want to see Ghost. I'm not saying Ghost Gaming are going to perform out of their mind, but I know they've been practicing a lot. I know that for a fact that they've been practicing a lot. So I want to see how Ghost Gaming are putting that practice into fruition. But without further ado, ladies and gents, we are going to be starting with the first match of the NA first week production for GLL Season 1. $50,000 hairs on the line and a chance to play at the very, very nice finals in Bucharest. Top 8 from any are going to be picked, and they're going to be flown over at the end of this tournament. So that's going to be quite a freaking high production. But until we get there, let us have a look at this first map, at this first plane. And it seems to be quite a decent one here, Lothar. I'm seeing a lot of good splits team going towards where they kind of belong. There's not a lot of teams going into the same place, and that's mainly due to the plane being such a mild one.
yeah, it's
a great start.
actually super interesting because the plane went from east to the west. I mean, a little bit to the south side as well. But this is an A. This is something that we don't really know much about, since there are a lot of teams that we didn't know before. So there's a lot of drops that can happen, you know, and some teams will get contested, right? So
That's
we
the
have
thing.
an example, Milta here right now. We have 3 different teams that are gonna be battling against each other, and then we have on the east side we have 2 different teams as well. On the Milta Power, which is interesting, and the entire north side of the map pretty empty. We see that Caden, with the rest of the Envy team, will get probably to Gerogopol on the south side of the map. Optic most likely going for the north side of Gerogopol, but we're gonna see the rotations and how they're gonna pan out after the first circle gonna appear. So that we're gonna take approximately like a minute and a half still.
Can you point out, please, on the screen if you can? I can see there fly low as well. as a team close to the Mirage Hawk. Can you circle them and show us how they would rotate in the next circle? The teams in Mirage Hawk. So you got 2 teams in Mirage Hawk, kind of close to one another. One in Sunken City, one in Mirage Hawk. So could you?
We have Firecrest here.
No, separate circles. I just want to show you, man. It's not easy. It's not easy not drawing weird stuff.
Oh man, just don't debate me here. But we have a very interesting circle to the north side of the entire map, alongside Georgopol, Severny, and Zarki. So now this is gonna be interesting because teams from the military base here, they're gonna have a tough nugget to crack. They're gonna have to go from the entire circle, most likely taking the east side, and from the north approaching through Severny. But the problem is they know that the entire flight take this path.
A bit more north, but yeah.
So all those teams, they're gonna have this area and this area here as well. So if they're gonna drive through here, they're gonna meet a lot of teams, and that's gonna be a problem. When it comes to the teams from the west side, they have no problem. They're gonna go into the circle through the west coast, and that's not a problem for any of those teams because they're gonna go one by one and they're gonna go meet in Georgopol, and that's gonna be it. So that's not a problem. The only problematic positioning for all those teams on the east side is they have to find solution to just travel around the globe, let's say like that, and end up in most likely this side of the map.
Right. Okay, so that's going to be the easier rotation, I suppose, for these side teams. Here's the thing, though. Here's a fun thing that I kind of learned along the lines of casting PUBG. Well, this is the exception of the scene, really. Teams who normally loot the east side know how to rotate nicer into the first circle, because rare times do we see what we call a phase circle, which is a circle around the Milta Power, Milta area. Most of the times, that zone is going to be out of the playing area for any kind of circle. So teams usually know those guys that you see on the east side. They're going to probably know how to loot fast and get themselves in. Maybe not loot fast, but they're definitely going to know how to enter, how to penetrate that first way.
There's also another possibility. Teams from Milta and from Milta Power from here, they can take boats and just go through this area here and just land somewhere around here.
I mean, yeah, that is also a plan.
That's a possibility. It takes a lot of time.
And you know what? Not a lot of teams do that, man. I love doing that. I love seeing that. The downside to doing that is the fact that, okay, so you got Milta looting to yourself. Let's say you got Milta to yourself, right? That means that you're gonna have plenty of loot. Are you gonna trade all that good loot for 2 gas canisters? Because you're gonna need them if you want to cross with the boat.
With 4 people, I'm sure that you can split into your inventory to have 2 gas cans.
Yeah.
But the problem is, first of all, you need to find boats, right?
Yeah.
And they're usually in open spaces, so you might have problem to take them without a contest, without finding anyone else. But
Yeah.
the same thing can happen with those teams here. If they're gonna find boats, they're gonna just travel around here, land maybe nearby Severny. We know that, an example, this area here has really nice cliff.
Absolutely.
So
this is where we've seen Kingwin absolutely wreck in EU just hours ago, right?
Exactly. So the question is, and that will be the most important aspect of all, is where will we have the next circle? Because if we're going to end up in a... Whoops. Doesn't work.
Just press it harder. That's what she said.
That's what everyone says.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway, we're going to see where the next circle ends up, and then we're going to go back.
Mark the pencil on the screen, and that's going to make it. All right, let's go back to...
Here we go.
There she blows.
It works? It works.
Yes,
Great.
sir.
So, if the circle ends up here...
Dude, that's not a... Dude, clear that, please. Make a circle.
Oh, Jesus.
You can do it. I believe in you, bro.
All right, let's make a circle.
Yeah.
Could have been better.
Kind of like a kind of circle that you eat up in the morning.
Let's say it
With
ends up
bakey.
with water. Then teams will try to be on the cliff and take the advantage as soon as possible to have the information how many teams are going into the water and have, the potential vision of what is happening. But in general, all depends how the next circle will end up, and we'll know about this in around 4 minutes. So we're going to get back to the desk and see how the game goes.
There you go. Good job, Mr. Weatherman there. Really good effort from you. In the meantime, we see some people getting knocked out onto the map there. Moody as well, losing his life. Wait, Moody's... Oh, yeah, sorry. It was Tempo Storm that actually didn't make it in. All right, not C9. Fair enough. Okay, let's get back into it. Have another look at the map here. Let's see how the teams are rotating in. And we also hear the furious breathing of Lothar.
Damn, you've heard that?
That rose the hair on my head. ASMR moments. Anyway,
Some
Optic.
ASMR, man.
Optic taking shots at C9 here. Let's see how this one pans out. It does look like they're going to be connecting too many of them. And the res on Moody might be possible here. 17 close to Hetroar, actually, which is on a vehicle. Hetroar trying to find a different perspective to shoot from. Looks like Hetroar is going to be going in quite aggressive. Baja and Hypuck still in North. George, where they normally go. We'll see how that one pans out there. Anyway, is Hetroar going for the frags? That's my question. Well, he's just meeting up with his team. That's fair enough. What do you think?
Well, this early in the game, it's kind of hard to predict what is going to happen. Like, first, we're going to see teams from South try to rotate.
Yep.
Here we go. WC and Smith trying to get along. Oh, you don't see that often, man.
Yeah, man, not bad at all. Even as like the newest kind of just weapon, you still don't see it as awesome as you could, right?
Yeah.
I remember when Groza was set in, everybody was going crazy with Groza. Then everybody went crazy. Like I was watching a few streamer friends, everybody going crazy, trying to get that AUG first, trying to shoot that AUG. It was so rare. It was like I literally saw guys looting 3 crates in one match and not get the AUG. So there you go. It's a rare beast. Has got a comp on it. Not like you need it. Well, you kind of do. Someone said that this is the Groza of 5.56. I kind of agree with that, but it still has a bit more recoil.
Well, I
The
would say
Groza's
that the
OP
difference...
AF, man. Oh
yeah,
my
but
God.
I would say the difference between Groza and any other weapon is that it has really high damage.
Absolutely.
And that makes it a beast, you know?
A big bullet drop as well. So you couldn't necessarily use it as a long range, but you have to consider the bullet drop. As does Tumai when he fires his 5.56 M4 platform with a 4X on top. Who's not going to be getting any shots here, it seems, against his enemies. Smurf holding on to those wheels like it's nobody's business. No problem at all for Pecadores, which is a team that we saw in the qualifiers perform out of their freaking minds.
No one's taking any boats, no chances. They have to be faster than that. That was the decision that most of the teams made. Now we see teams from east side taking that north cliff to take the best position possible as soon as possible as well. Oh, there's the AUG running. Got the weapon.
Yeah, Texas will be wielding that one, and his teammates are going to be playing by the Fallen Plane, which is a good place of playing. I don't know if I necessarily like it as well. It was a good place to play in as fours. Here's the thing, on Fallen Plane, you kind of need to watch out all 360 angles, because you're going to get surprised in that little bit of a divot. Teams can sneak up on you. So the fact that Ronan and I are playing as fours and at the end of Fallen Plane might make things a bit easier for him. Yeah.
All right, well, now we're going to have to see how the military base is rotating. They're going to have some form of transportation for every single one of them. In general, we actually see one team getting a boat on the west side, but in the meantime, Menkyu is getting shot at in his team. Oh, that had to hurt. Wildcard getting some shots on Menkyu right now.
And Ashik is going to be closing that one in. Kickstart goes in quickly for the loot. Man, I've never seen someone come up so fast for loot. Holy smokes.
Galefor's gonna be knocked down.
And
And Chaos already knocked out of the game as well. We didn't even see that.
Well, wait, what happened to the... Sorry, so Chaos, Latin Gamers are that one team that's coming in from the South America. And they've been performing out of their mind as well for the qualifiers. We're actually thinking...
Harsh start for them, though.
For this one, yeah. But we're actually thinking when we saw them perform, they're like, okay, here's a team we've never heard about destroying teams with a lot of prestige, because they were on top of Tempo, they were on top of C9, they were on top of, what have you, they were on top of it. Really don't go on Ghost Gaming as well. Actually, no Ghost Gaming. Ghost Gaming was invited, I think.
Oh, should be, but I
think
remember. I know that.
they were, yeah.
I remember that Kingwin got invited for winning the first season. Sorry, preseason. I can't remember the Ghost Gaming invite.
Well. We're going to have to get some confirmation on that one. Let's see how it goes in the meantime here. Smitty takes some shots. Team Totality, a team that has some decent riflers, of course. Purdy, Smitty, guys that can just eliminate you out of the map without you even friggin' realizing where the shots were coming in from.
In the meantime, Define Legit just drove
Austin?
over Austin.
Why would he drive over Austin, though? What was a bit of an issue? Would the car have blown up? I can't see them at all. I wonder where Ghosts are playing in there. I thought I saw them on the north side there. Dubious moments. Dubious indeed.
It's kind of a chaos.
No, it is a bit of a chaos. Have a look at this one, though. Hypok, very, very close to his enemies. So is the rest of the Optic squad. But their enemies seem to be traveling quite safe. Oh, there's the final legit. There's Austin. He got a res and a full med kit in the meantime. Not too sure what happened there, but he's not going to be alive now for sure. Hypok brings him down with the scar, and that'll be the end of him. Rip GG.
It's going to be a weird game. Already one team eliminated. Actually two, if you count Time Storm as well. So there's a lot of space for those teams. Because that's also interesting, right? Depends on the competitive setting. We have seen lobbies between 16 to 20 teams. And a lot of pro teams are preferring the 16-team way of playing the game because it allows for more breathing room. But at the same time, you need to be kind of, trying out different things. At the same time. But in the meantime, Optic, Hector, sorry, caught up Ghost Gaming, kind of off guard, and now the Fun Legit have paid the price for that.
Yeah. That's an unfortunate time right now for Ghost Gaming, a team that we know to do real good as one of the best teams out there. And we've seen them perform. Well, we all remember what they did in Oakland. These guys ain't here to play. We'll see how it pans out later on for them. They're going to have to play as twos. The unfortunate thing about this is that they're also split. So, I don't know, man. We're going to have to find out how that one pans out for him. In the meantime, Ogun Noctin tries to take some shots at Room, and they don't seem to connect. It's very difficult to hit shots with the Car 98 at long range against a moving vehicle. 7.62, not necessarily the fastest traveling bullet out there. So, well, especially shot from a Car 98. But there you go. Let's see. Ogun Noctin gets traded by Shredded. Oh, they're playing topside onto shooting range, and this is a powerful area to play with. This Love Boy Shack is actually kind of a nice place to play when you have this type of circle.
It's an interesting position since there's a huge hill on basically entire west side. So by having this position here, you have a way of scouting entire north, including the cliffs, basically, if you have a good scope. So that allows you to make good rotations in the near future.
There you go. Solid at PS6 of shots now. Looks like Smurf is not going to be too displeased with the situation. His teammate, though, ate a bit of damage. Now, Norjo is not an easy place to actually have long-range fights because it offers teams great cover. However, what Team 11 don't have right now.
Well, Pecadores had made that really long drive from the south side of the map because they were trying to start, I think, not in Savannah. They tried to start. What did they start to start? South side.
Pecadores started in Primorsk, I think.
Primorsk, yes. In Primorsk, they took a boat and they ended up in North Georgopol. But if you get out there in the boat, you have a really hard time crossing the street. And that's the problem that they have right now. Because they met C9 and they're getting shot at.
Absolutely.
They have no way of crossing unless they have like a set of smoke grenades.
Yeah. Smokes would be absolutely beautiful for them to actually make their way towards the apartments. And it's not going to be working out. Wildcard Gaming making way where Hypok, actually where Optic was earlier on. Hypok was playing this angle. I would think it might have been Baja as well, playing with him close by. No, actually Optic moved in a bit towards the north side, leaving Wildcard Gaming a chance to play this edge as well. A very powerful ridge where you can peek in left and right and be pretty much safe. It's unlike the mountain, this ridge here. Because the mountain, everybody sees you 360, but in this one, even if you're seeing, you're very, very fast to hide. So if you will take one shot, then it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean?
You can just instantly drop to the ground.
Exactly.
Prone, and you're not visible from anywhere.
Yeah, you have that flat space. Pretty much like our casting, apparently, according to chat. Oh, man.
Good jokes, good jokes.
Indeed.
Look at the circle.
Oh, would you look at that one? Not a lot of water in it. Just a tiny sliver of river. That's a good way to start things off.
So
and you can see Wildcard already making their way in there.
This is going to be an interesting circle because teams can split into twos. Let's say those two compounds on the east side of the map where SSG is currently going. We have two compounds that can be taken by the same team and they're going to have a great crossfire and help each other out. But the problem is
Here's the thing.
They need to go there.
Here's the thing. With the new updated circles, EU have stopped playing center strats so heavy. They still do it. but not so heavy as they used to do. This time around in NA, a lot more teams are going to be playing that one. With the exception of Optic, we're trying to find some sort of a landscape here. But they're getting pounded by Wildcard Gaming, it seems. Finally getting themselves a little piece of the pie. No problem at all. We'll see how that one pans out later on. In the meantime, we're looking at Duck. Can he make it?
Noble sitting just in the shack with 4 people inside it.
You can't blame them, though. There's a Car 98 with Nadex attached to it. Just on the other side.
Oh,
nice
what
shot.
a shot.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough, though. It will warrant for some heals. Nice one, Duck. There's when the action starts to happen. And here's the Bridge of Death, where a team is trying to make their way through. Ooh, I don't necessarily like this man. Let's see how it pans out here for Badass Bomb and his teammates here. Doesn't look like they want to cross anymore. Somehow, they've changed their mind. I don't know what happened.
Well, they're taking the UAZ right now, I'm guessing. Or they're just reparking.
Yeah, Team Vapor, man. These are my lads, by the way. Vape H. They could rotate at this moment in time towards the bridge west of them, which would offer a safe cross. You never want to rotate in comp play when the compound where Team 12 are right now. You never want to rotate through this bridge. It's an absolute and utter killer.
Well, you can always just kind of go under it, right?
Yeah. Well,
Just
shoot to
cross.
kill are on the other side, and they're going to be holding true
Shooting
to
to kill?
Yeah, they're going to be holding true to their name. You can see Wiz, Wiki, and Harry Potter, his teammates in the compounds, but they all have visibility to some extent to where this team Vapor is playing in right now.
And
Team Vapor.
Grizzly's taking some high risk situations right here when he's climbing on those
Grizzly
those
Mallard.
rocks, right?
Yeah, but he's got the name for it, bro. Maybe you can take flight. There you go. They're doing what we were calling out a bit earlier. Just going to be badass, Bob. Okay, he does not listen to his team. Somehow, he doesn't actually get that scuffed Half-Life on him. There you go. WizWiki is going to be taking him down with that AK. UAZ's blowing up as well. No chance for Badass
So
Bomb to get
what
behind any
happened
cover.
here? This was an interesting situation, right? 3 vehicles
I think there was a
went to the other
miscommunication.
side. You think so?
I think so.
Maybe they were like, you know what? Let's one of us play the bait, and we'll just
Oh,
go
no.
through it. Oh,
Team
that's
Vapor.
unfortunate.
Yeah, they don't necessarily stop where they should have stopped here. Did consider that a team might be into the water as well. A bit of a misstep from them. Questionable decision leading them to have only one member left alive, rotating now all the way wide onto the west side there. Moody finishes off what he started, and that's another one down. Wildcard Gaming in a fight with Optic, and it doesn't look like Wildcard Gaming are looking too good at this moment in time. Isaac seems to be knocked out, so that tells us there's at least one more player. Yes, it is. One more player for that's Kickstarter. Okay, there you go. Optic putting in them good shots, man. Beautiful effort out of them. And because Kickstarter might have dropped that smoke, they think he's somehow in it. That gives them a chance to actually exit that area. But look at where Optic are actually going, because as soon as they want to make their way inside the next one, they're going to be met by another team. Ooh. That's going to be Envious, actually. I think that's Caden. Yep, that's Envious. That's them, all right. So Optic are going to have a hard time going inside the circle. I don't know if they have any vehicles at this stage. So they can't necessarily rotate all the way around from another angle.
From what I remember, I didn't see a single vehicle from Optic because they were
They had it
having
early.
a fight with Wildcard, and they were both on foot. Both of those teams on foot.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they left it on the north side of their position, might be kind of rough to make the rotation. Unless they're gonna go wide
All the way back.
north and go like next to Pecadores, next to Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
That might be an option for Optic. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
So in this situation, Optic still needs to scout out the situation. They know that Kickstart is somewhere around them. So either he rotated as well, and they know that basically south is clear. That can give them some information, or Wildcard just stopped moving and is waiting for them. That's the situation where IGL needs to make a stand and decide: do we rotate on the south side and try to find the Wildcard player, or just see if he made actually a move and didn't meet anyone, or we go to the north side and we try to go into the circle from a completely different angle.
That's the question indeed. Looks like they're going to be going in for a bit of a northwest entrance, which is where they should be going in through. Meantime, though, Picador is going to make their way into an enemy squad as well. Team Totality. Racking up them points here. Beautiful Death has been knocked out. Frag might follow suit. Oku as well playing alone on his position. Sixmo is behind him, but Sixmo won't be able to get the res on him if he gets down, so they have to play very careful. In the meantime, C9 have somehow squeezed himself in. There you go, Frolicker coming in with those spicy shots, but he couldn't necessarily see his enemies. I wonder if it's because of the haircut. Frolicker sports one of the spiciest haircuts in PUBG right now, dude. Honest to God.
Let's see if those nades gonna be as in you.
Wait. Oh, that nade.
Nice nade.
Solid FPS with the solid freaking Kobe coming in. Nice shot by him. However, Moody gets knocked himself. So, this is the push coming in. Optic don't necessarily have that many chances. Frolicker and Solid is still up. They're going to be peppering Hitroar down. Hitroar doesn't have a leg to stand on here. He needs to go for the first aid kit. But someone from C9 might actually have the side peek in here. Does Solid see him? Solid does see him. He brings the Hypok down, so that leaves Hitroar alone in a 1v2 duel. Bahawak as well, Rezibo. This is not good for Optic. They did not know who they're meeting right now.
I would say that the keyword for this map currently is chaos. Everything is happening simultaneously. Everyone is just driving for everyone's positioning and just getting shot at. It's so weird.
Yeah, it is not unweird. Solid FPS trying to make his way back. Hitroar has been eliminated there. Solid FPS, solid performance out of these lads right now. Beautiful, beautiful stuff indeed. In the meantime, we see some fights going at. FlyQuest versus Team Totality. See how this one pans out. Something eats up a heck of a ton of damage. Purdy has been brought down by Krevox or Revo. Revo X. Man, any MLG stuff just kind of goes past me. Just go past me, bro. Anyway, we'll find out how things pan out for FlyQuest as things.
No way. We got a VSS kill by Wolf.
What? Wolf,
no way.
You sick man. Why would you do that?
Gale Force Esports with a VSS kill. That is a nice nice achievement in a competitive setting.
Absolutely.
Right. Ghost Gaming getting shot at from Frolser. That's Cloud9. They see the UAZ, but it's hard to get a knock on those players when they're hiding behind the rock behind the UAZ.
I'm not going to tell you how angry Frolicker was because I kept saying Frolicer for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I was like, why does Boogie do this to me? But now that I know, I'm not going to say that. Adam!
How did I not kill him? Adam did. How did you survive that nade? It was like underneath your legs.
Adam did's more like Adam out of his tits because that nade was straight on him. Check shooter as well. Coming in with the nade against Ox. Sick stuff indeed from Envious. And let's see if they push in with these crazy freaking nades. Team Envious doing the dirty deeds. Adam dids is going to be shivering out of his pants. Mind as Jesse Lowe pushes in. ADS is on the SCART, and that's going to be a knockout there. Adam Dids not alive anymore. His teammates, will they get a revenge kill in this situation? Jesse Lowe eats up a heck of a ton of damage, but he's not going to go down. That's the important part. Wiz.
He's using bandages. He's either out of kits or he's just using the bandages because he knows he has time.
Oh.
In the meantime, a duel between Envious and Civilis.
Civilis, yeah, there you go.
That's shoot to kill, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. That is a team indeed. Ox is going to get peppered in with some shots now. That smoke's not going to help him out at all. And there he goes.
Good shots by Check Shooter. He knew that someone is in the smoke. That's not a lot of places that you can hide, especially when you're prone. So easy kill for him.
I would have never thought you would compliment someone that has Czech in his name. You being Polish and whatnot.
No, we like Czech people.
Oh, do you?
Czech people?
Oh,
yeah.
I know, yeah. I'm just mean, bro. There she goes. Envious have themselves a nice spot. They still have one little spy behind their backs they need to watch out for. Kickstar is going to be slowly making his way up the hill. And as he does, Envious are going to be holding on to the angle behind them. As you see Caden jumping and running around here. He's got a level 1 helmet though, so he needs to be a bit careful in this situation. But then again, Kickstart, tries the best that he can do and go for another direction. But
He's still had a good run.
He's had a good run, man. 8 teams left alive in this here circle. I think this is circle number 6, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll see how it pans out for these ones duking it out here. Looks like Revo won't be going for the final closer here. There's 2 guys knocked out. Wait, hang on a second. I don't know what happened here. Gale Force Esports. So Gale Force lost 2 guys.
I think that was a nade or the explosion of the UAZ.
But why wouldn't Team 18 go aggro against him?
I think that's because they're outside of the circle and just wanted to take the better position as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, let's see how that one works out for him. In the meantime, they got a spy behind them as well. Look at number 10. I think that's team ready. 6mo, there she goes. Just kind of playing, yeah, team ready.
He's hiding behind the tree.
Let's
Lumberjack.
Let's see if he has the ability to chop them down or not. Shepherd.
He's running straight at him.
Oh, Shepherd, you don't want to shepherd your sheep around that area.
Man.
There's 6mo, spots him, takes him down. But now 6mo has been spotted himself. Shepherd will be dying. 6mo tries to get out of the situation, but takes some heavy damage. Still has a chance to get a res.
Quite unfortunate for him,
heal.
since that opponent just gave out his positioning. So that is really, really unfortunate, as he is the last alive member of the team, and that's about it. 6mo dies from Undercover Pie, and we have 6 teams left right now in the 6th circle.
Yes, indeed, we do. Caden now from Envious, putting in some long-range shots against their enemies. Ghost Gaming are still alive in this one. Ghost Gaming, good performance, man. They got dinked down early on. We never thought we'd see them again, but there they are, sitting strong and proud. Profi eats up a headshot there. Caden's going to have to move in there, try and use the bandage inside the vehicle if he can.
Caden had some really sick shots from the sniper rifles in the preseason of GLL. I remember multiple occasions when he was just shooting out of his mind, but now he lost his driver, just went through the windshield, I would guess, at least.
There you go. Space Station coming in strong here. Ronin will make their way into the circle. There's 6 teams left alive in this here circle number 7, which will transfer to the final one as soon as the blue closes in. We'll find out who's left alive at the end of this bout here, but so far it looks like Space Station have a decent chance at the pie. Ronin do as well, playing as 4. They're going to have the higher ground as well, so this might mean the world to them. But they have one hurdle to go through.
And Ron is looking really strong right now when it comes to their positioning.
Gale Force Esports will return some fire there. They have the upper hand of this bit of a doozy. Undercover Pie gets himself knocked out, but the shots come in back and forth. Wolf now staying as the last one alive on his team. 1v1 situations. He can't pull it through. Duck finishes him off. Duck will get the chance.
I was wondering if Wolf will pick up the VSS again and just start shooting people.
And there you go. And here comes Counterculture, Revo, and Vico as well. They heard the shots, so they knew that this was their time to go in and try to do something with it. Insert sponsor here. Can they insert themselves up into this battle? Counterculture does get himself a knockout here. There's one guy left from Team 18 from Ronin Esports, and he's prone in behind a tree. And
so
Revo
funny.
has no idea.
You can see the team tracker with Ronin, 4 people alive, but that is kind of not true, since there's only one guy that is left alive. Look at that.
Pretty much.
3 other guys are just sitting there, knocked.
Pretty much. So there you go. A bit worse for where they're Ronin in their push against Gale Force Esports. They did okay, but the res was not possible. As insert sponsor here, glocked them down beautifully. Now, let's see what happens going forward. Looks like Ronin are going to be getting the res as well. This is an important one to get.
They got 40 seconds of res worth, at least. No one pushed them when there were 3 people down.
True. They're going to be okay with this one here. In the meantime, as their sponsor are going to be taking some damage from Kaisuko and his squad. Space Station are not known to hit and miss. A very good team indeed. And as we see the last circle coming in, I'm gonna
Honestly,
wonder who's going to be alive.
really looking good right now.
Yeah, but another hurdle that they have to go through. Another one. Insert sponsor here, pretty close to them.
It's not that bad. They have the drop on them, actually. Since they're pretty busy with other angles, they will have an easy shot at right now where they're being shot at. So if they're gonna rush, they have the perfect angle.
Yes, indeed. The AUG comes in handy, but not for long. Shredded takes Texas down. Vico holds the angle. Another one knocked out from Nona. This one's not going to get res. Texas dead.
No time for res, especially with the circle with so much damage right now, and it's gonna close on those guys pretty soon. Other guys, other members of this sponsor here are gonna be left to this circle to be eaten up, and now SSG is just shooting at everyone approaching the wide circle, and that is gonna be a hard situation for everyone.
And SSG really putting on the shots here. They're taking shots at MDS. They're taking shots at Ronin Esports. They're taking shots at insert sponsor here. They're done with insert sponsor here, so now all they're left with is MVS and Ronin Esports. Space Station Gaming, holy smokes. They've got a very good chunk of the circle as well. And as it strangles in, they're going to find themselves in a good position to try and eliminate the ones closer to them, which is Duck and Kraken from Ronin Esports. Let's see if they can perform that. Nades don't connect. You're going to have to do it by weapons, or rather by rifles.
Now let's see what Caden will do in this situation, because he can take the advantage of the other teams getting shot at.
Oh, that's fearless, man. You call him Fear. He calls himself Fear. I call him Fearless. Katsuo is going to be going in aggressive as well with the side flank here. They don't know that he's coming from them. That's done.
Flash! Oh, are we playing CSGO here? Because that was perfect. And he got knocked after that. Man, what a fantastic flash. But he paid the high price. No. Keisuko got killed.
Oh, and that's an unfortunate one as well for Space Station Gaming. As they lose their members, this might be the chance of their enemies Envious to try and make a push for it. I don't think there's a lot of guys from Envious left alive in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might be 2 guys from Envious. No, it's just one dude.
Just Caden. Just Caden.
Just Caden. There you go.
We have 5 people alive, so we have 3 versus 1 versus 1.
Yeah, it's a 2v1v1 in all
right,
effectiveness.
Because Ronnie has 2 people.
Because Keisuko has been knocked out. It was a 2v1v1. Kaisuko's not going to get the res. Definitely not. I can already see Duck trying to, well, prone his way, not duck his way, but prone his way into the circle. Now getting up, taking the shots. Whoa, those are clean. He takes straight it down. One more guy left in there. Gunner, he knows exactly where he is. Duck pulling out the Car 98, and everything that Caden has to do here is just stay prone and watch the fight go down as Duck and Trader.
Not sure about that, because Caden now has perfect information where those 2 guys are.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to make a move. He knows that they're engaged in a fight, so why not bring his team to 2nd place? As Duck moves in, though, he spots Caden. Caden eating up a heck of a ton of damage, finally going down. This is it, Duck versus... Oh, there's a rest happening here. It's not just going to be Gunner.
Oh,
Trader also gets picked up.
He got killed by the circle.
That's a rip GG. Let's see if Duck can put that Car 98 to good use. Prones in, gets himself back up again, goes in for another shot. Oh my god, whiffs that one as well. He's going to be trying for the 3rd one, and that one's going to connect. Beautiful ending there for Duck.
Headshots at the end. 8 kills from Duck to finish up the game with a Car 98 to the head. For who was the other player from SSG? Fear? No, that was Shredded, right?
Yeah.
Man, that was a close ending. Really close.
That was pretty freaking sick, man. Really, really good stuff there to find the closer of the first match of the night. Of course, we're looking at the NA GLL Alpha lobby.
I have to say that the NA lobby seems kind of more aggressive than the EU one.
There, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, here's what's happening. What I think is happening is because they're mainly going in against... Look at the little... Oh, are we pretty enough for you, chat? I guess we're not. You know what? Thank you to everybody supporting us in chat. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. I know it's it's not an easy work doing 10 matches a day, but thank you so much for the support. I love you guys. We love you guys. So to see you. We took a screenshot just there and then to show you that we support you. It was a screenshot of you. Anyway, the NA teams kind of push for, again, as we said it before, I kind of hinted it towards it. The circles have been updated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for everybody that coming in fresh into the scene now, what happened is we had the normal circles that you normally see in matchmaking before, and now the circles have been updated by the pros, and they creep in a bit slower, actually much slower. You can outrun them for most of the time.
And that's a big factor.
Absolutely. They have some very slight centralization. They have more DPS as you stay outside. What that enables team to do is rather go for the side strat much more effectively than actually go for the center strat where they can get peeked in from all different perspectives. In NA, however, teams still play the center strat heavily, which means that there's going to be a lot more fighting in the middle of the ground. When you approach 6, 7, 8 circle, yes, they're going to be playing the edge because there's no point of playing the center strat at that stage. But EU plays the edge much earlier than NA does.
Well, it's kind of makes sense, right? If you have even like bigger centralization and so on, if a lot of teams are playing edge, then this middle of the circle is kind of not taken. So if you have a chance of taking a compound in the middle of the circle,
not a lot. I'm not saying everybody. It's kind of a 50-50 situation as it is in the US. It's very kind of well concerted. I don't know how they pull it off, but it's well concerted. So that
still the meta it has to develop at some point, right?
Oh,
so
yeah,
we'll see some shift in the strategy. Then we're gonna see the shift in that other side, since the meta will push a countermeasure, right? So this is gonna be something that will be constantly
something has to give.
Yeah, exactly.
Now let's have a bit of highlight from Team Vapor. My vape to you. Team Vapor coming in here. What a unfortunate timing. Badass bomb. Okay, so not my vape to you because you got absolutely shredded there. That was unfortunate. I don't know why Badass bomb necessarily. I think it was miscommunication. I can't necessarily put it into anything else.
The rest of his team just went through the river, right?
Yeah, and I don't know why they stopped because the thing is they're full HP. They just wanted a bit of a slice on the edge of the pie. Not considering that someone could be indeed crossing through the water, which would have been the smarter choice if you don't have a vehicle. So there you go. I guess, you live and learn. You know, as time goes by, you know that you're not supposed to take that bridge. Time goes by, you know when you cross the other bridge, like because EU never does that.
Yep.
Or not EU, the EU in GLL specifically.
Yep.
A lot of teams EU do that.
Mm-hmm.
But these new teams don't necessarily know that you're not supposed to stop here, here, or here. As time goes by, they're going to learn things through. And there's some very intelligent plays coming from NA. And what I like from NA, honestly, I love the explosiveness and the valiant effort that they put into every single shot. They don't necessarily give up fights.
Yep, it seems
Except
like they are
if it's
committed.
early on. Yeah, they're very
Right.
committed, man. When they see someone, they need to all right, that's my enemy. I'm going to take him down. Here's my 45.
I'm gonna put all of 100 bullets into him, and he's dead.
That's the best NA accent we can give you. Let's have another highlight. Let's see what let's see what we got for your lineup here. Now, here's a good one from Envious. The way they pushed in close together, even if JCL ate off plenty of damage, his teammates were there to actually trade for him. And that, staying close to one another, is what brought Envious to this battle victory. Very nice stuff.
Yep, I like Envious' approach to the game. It seems very aggressive when they know they have the advantage.
Mhm.
So a knock, we're gonna push. We're gonna push from different angles. We're gonna have the crossfire, and that's amazing to see because most of the teams, their reaction is, "Oh my God, I got shot. I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna put the
Heal
smoke
up.
and heal up,"
Mm.
and that gives like 8 to 10 seconds for someone else to push. So if the team is committed and they know that the distance between them and vision to the opponent is less than 10 seconds, they can take an advantage and just kill them.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
about it.
Less than 10 seconds? How about less than 10 minutes? Until the next game starts, we'll see you guys in here in just a few.